Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome back to Truthseekers. Tonight, we're going on the dark side. Welcome. Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome and happy Halloween. I hope that most of you are done with your trick-or-treating and all had a great Hallows Eve. But before the evening's festivities are over, I thought we would stop in here and invite you all in here. So tonight is a special night because tonight, you don't get to just listen to the show or watch the show. You get to join the show, and the link and invitation to join the show is pinned in our YouTube live chat. So go on over there. Make sure that you have some headphones, please. And yeah, see, even I've got some headphones here. And we'll be inviting panel members and guests to come and join the show. But before we do that, I thought that I would dig out some old things, old content, actually, things that I once produced for something in Philadelphia called Mind TV, which was something like a PBS for the public, and people were often encouraged to submit entries of videos, and they had to be 5 minutes or less in length, and I had many, I think over 40 different videos that were played on Mind TV. And I thought we would begin tonight with a bit of spookiness. For those unaware, I used to produce some haunted house effects, special effects, projected ghost effects, crawling ghost effects, and more. And by the way, for tonight, I thought I would simply assume my true form, since so many people think I'm the devil lately. I thought I'd just give them what they want. Here I am, bitches. So the invitation to join tonight's broadcast is in the YouTube live chat. I'll see if I can't add it while we watch this spooky video. I'll see if I can add it to the YouTube feed and also to the Twitter feed. I have just now added it to the Twitch, the Rumble and Pilled live chats. I'll be adding it to the Twitch chat. All are welcome. The one thing I ask is no nudity. I don't want to see anybody's stuff. I don't want to see any junk. That's not a costume. Just going to put that out there. So for tonight, I thought we would begin with something a little spooky, which was some of my puppetry and special effects. This was sort of a demo of sorts. Let's check it out, friends. Something I called The Conjuring before those movies came out and ruined that title for my videos. Let's get into it, friends.
Back to the lost world of magic.
Okay. Why did that not work? Okay, let me try that again, friends. Extra fun when you can barely see. 1 second. Oh, I know what I have to do. Okay.
Welcome back to the lost world of magic. Now our magician, he will open a portal to the other side. Once the portal is open, spirits from the other side can come through and visit for a short time. Now the magician, he will create a bridge between this world and the next.
Now, let our journey into the darkness begin.
Interesting. And for those who may be curious, these were some of the projected ghost effects that I would do even live on stage with something called a scrim, a semi-transparent sort of luminescent backdrop. So we would record these pieces and then project them onto a large stage. And the next one is my favorite because it contains the next ghost one, which we will use. It contains a crawling ghost effect that took me ages to perfect, essentially filming some white ghostly figure crawling on a black background and then projecting it into smoke. One of my very favorite effects. But before we get to that, many of you have asked about my old magic shows. And so I found a particularly interesting piece that I once performed with my wife and my, at the time, stage friend and partner, retired magician Dave Alvord. So I'll be presenting that one next. And 1 second here. And I apologize in advance for any technical difficulties. A little difficult working this stuff today. This was one of our most popular illusions I performed with my wife. This one all over the place. Most of the time when we did the big show, this was either our opener or our closer. Let's take a look, because after all, Halloween is a magic time of the year, and this is a sort of spooky, scary illusion. At least I think so.
Welcome back to the lost world of magic. In this warehouse, hidden away from the rest of the world, Cambion has collected some of the greatest secrets of magic. These secrets of magic, he has been collecting them for many, many years. The search, it seems, never ends. Sometimes, when a magician dies, some of their illusions end up here. Some secrets aren't too important to let just die. By keeping them here, we keep them alive. And so here they wait until the right place and the right time. This is how the magic of the past stays alive.
Remember, folks, she'll never leave the box.
Somewhere in America, in a warehouse full of secrets, he is collecting, restoring, and building illusions the world has not seen for some time. And somewhere in America, from plans and secret drawings, he's bringing some of these ancient wonders back to life again. But somewhere in America, a corrupt council of magicians is still trying to stop people from seeing his work. And this, my friends, is his story. The story of his journey back to a lost world called magic.
Okay, so welcome if you're just now joining us. This is our Truth Seekers Halloween special. We'll be playing some spooky videos from my past and inviting all of you to join the show. So far, we've got one person I see waiting in the wings with no video, but if you would like to join without video, that's perfectly okay. We'll be having open topics this evening, and the link to join the show is in the description, is in the live chat. I will also add it to the description of the YouTube video. But before we get to that, we will check out another video. So another blast from my past, I suppose. This is another of the projected ghost special effects videos, and I will be, let me share my screen here. So this is one that contains my very special my very favorite projected ghost effect, which you will see towards the end of this video, the crawling ghost effect. It took me quite a long time to do this one. Anyway, I hope you Okay, welcome. If you're just joining us, you're watching the Truth Seekers 2023 Halloween special, and I thought I would dust off some of my old spooky effects and share them with you, my audience. And tonight's very special because we'll be welcoming anyone to join the panel this evening. So copied into the description of this video on YouTube and also in the YouTube live chat is an invitation to join the show panel. And for all of you who keep asking me to do a show panel, now's the time. And anyone, I saw somebody ask if they can join anybody. It's a public panel. Anybody is free to join the panel this evening. So we welcome one and all of you live chatters. I have one more video to share, which is kind of a fishy video. And you'll see what I mean in a moment. Halloween is one of my favorite times of the year. And those ghost effects, we get a lot of compliments in the live chat. I worked very, very hard on those. And in fact, I did an entire show, which, as you can imagine, was very busy during the Halloween season. It was a Halloween magic show, and all those ghostly, strange effects were all included in that show. And I still have all of these files and effects. If I ever want to dust them off and use them live again, I can. So we've got one more video, a fishy one, to share with you, but it's pretty magical. Let me know what you think in the comments or the live chat. And if you were thinking of joining our panel, now is the time to join the panel. We're going to play this video, and then we're going to have our panel discussion. We've already got a few people waiting in the green room. We're sobering them up right now, getting them ready. Yeah. Let me know what you think in the comments of these spooky effects and this fishy magic video.
To the lost world of magic. People often wonder where magicians get the inspiration for their magic. Some people believe there is no magic left in the world. Magicians learn magic is everywhere. You just have to know where to look. Where to look.
All right, we are back, and we'll be adding our panel members here. So I see we've got a few people already here. The link to join is in the description of the video and also pinned in the live chat. And I will try to get those links in the Twitch chat. They're in the Rumble chat and the pilled.net chat. I'll add them to the Facebook feed and Twitter feed, as well as the Twitch chat in just a moment. And we will bring our panel guests in. But before I do that, let me change the background here. Just one moment. Panel members. All right, let's bring them in here. We've got James Pepper is here, longtime show supporter. Welcome, James.
Hey, how you doing? Just want to say happy Halloween.
Well, that was quick, right? Nice costume, unknown avatar.
Yep, I'm the Invisible Man.
Okay, and we'll bring our next panel member in here. And by the way, everybody's free to come and go as they please. I don't like it when people feel like, oh, now I got to sit here for this whole thing, or if you have something to do. And by the way, I'm not advising everybody to jump out. I'm just letting you know that you can come and go as you please. The link will work if you decide to go and want to come back. We'll bring our next friends in here. Oh, look at that. I'm glitching. What is that about? Gremlins. Welcome, UFO. Shane is here.
Hello, Steven.
Welcome. Who are you supposed to be? The Unabomber?
That is correct.
Are you kidding me? Really? That was really what you were going for? Because it looks it looks like the Unabomber.
I'm a man on the run.
Excellent. Yes.
Yeah.
Someone commented that I'm UFO Lucifer tonight, but actually, this was the first version of UFO Lucifer. And when I was finished, I said, well, it's very good, but there was something wrong with it. I think because it was too typical Red Devil. So I said, no, I'm going to try again. And then I came up with the second version, which became UFO Lucifer.
There you go, man. The mask looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah, man,
and we've got another special guest here. Some people, UFO Shane, actually put time into their costumes, right?
What?
Slacker, UFO Shane. All right, we're going to bring him in here. It's Freddie is here. Welcome, Freddie. You have yourself muted, just so you're aware. Oh, no. I can't unmute it. You have to choose to unmute yourself if you decide to do that. Otherwise, yeah, nice costume. Freddie is the kind of stuff of nightmares.
I got this cool background. I mean, I'm trying.
He tried. You tried, UFO Shane. What did you do for Halloween? Did you go trick-or-treating? Or did
I went to Taco
anything?
Bell.
You went to Taco Bell. That sounds good. Yeah, every year my wife and I usually do takeout. I had nothing for dinner. We fed the kids and then we slogged them out. And Freddie is, he's got his big bag. Don't you love that big bag of Taco Bell?
Yeah, man. $27. Let's go. I waited.
The only thing that sucks about Taco Bell is like you can't like heat it up later. It's gross. You got to eat it all.
Yeah, I haven't even eaten anything yet. I just came on here. I put on my extensive costume.
Oh, Chuck, you can unmute and come back. You could just use the link again if that was the issue. And I didn't know that was
pretty good, Freddie. Though it was all mysterious.
Yeah, and silent. So it's even more scary, right?
But Stephen, I was kicked out of the UFO community yesterday.
For what?
The MH370 guys, they kicked me out of the community. They're threatening to send me to jail.
That dude's also a flat earther. That's all anybody needs to know about him.
Yeah, they're threatening to send me to jail and sue me for defamation. So I'm hiding in the bunker right now.
Oh, the keyboard warrior is getting to you already?
Oh yeah, man. How dare you speak up? Well, Stephen, there was a lithium-ion battery fire, extensive. And everyone was teleported to Diego Garcia by Tic Tac alien UFOs launched by the United States Air Force.
Is that what they're saying happened?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Also, all the poor families, that lost their loved ones. They're not poor families that lost their loved ones. They got fat checks from the government and got all their family members back.
Oh, sure. That's when it gets disgusting, when people are grifting off of dead people like that.
He's having Salvatore Pius on, and he didn't even ask him anything, I don't know if he had him on yet, but we're not heard he's not even going to ask him anything about MH370. Like, dude, whatever.
I ought to try to get that guy because, I don't know, he's making the rounds. He's on Alien Scientist. Now he's going to be with a flat earther. Congratulations. A scientist is going on a show with a flat earth idiot. Yeah. And isn't that guy collecting, like, he's trying to collect $50,000 for something now?
Yeah, and I'm trying to collect $650,000. I don't know if you saw my GoFundMe for $650,000. It said send UFO Shane to Washington with Ashton, and I'm asking for the small amount, guys, of $650,000, not rupees. I want US dollars or Bitcoin, either way.
And if anybody is just joining us, we're doing or attempting to do an open panel tonight. So anybody can join the show. Please wear headphones. And the link to join the show is in the description of this video on YouTube. It's in the live chat, and I'll be adding it to Twitch and the Facebook and Twitter feeds in a moment.
I'm looking around for the CIA and the FBI, man. They're coming to get me any second now. I'm on to
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Any second now, man. Totally.
Yeah.
For real.
I don't know about that.
I'm on the run, Stephen. Oh, my God. They're everywhere.
Aren't these guys kind of ridiculous with their nonsense, though? Don't you think? It's kind of like childish, like high school nonsense. As I'm sitting here in a full face devil's mask, right?
I'm wearing a full beard mask. Don't worry. Yeah, I don't know, man. Stupid. It's stupid, man. But now I got on the run because stupid became reality, and I don't want to live in it anymore. I don't want to live on this planet anymore, man. Just launch me. I'll be the first mofo to go to Mars.
You know Shane, I had a family member that was really into the Q-tard stuff. And I got to the point where like I couldn't stand to like talk to that person. because they
Yeah.
just wouldn't leave it alone. You know, I would just go, listen, I don't believe any of that is real. I think it's all nonsense. I'd rather just not waste time talking about it. And they would just keep going, you know, going and going and going and going.
They're all
And
getting
here we
arrested.
have Freddie is back, and he's still muted.
I'll eat my Taco Bell in a minute.
Yeah, you can just drop the glove and unmute yourself there, Freddie.
He can't take the glove off. It's fused to his hand. He's in character.
He's just trying to be mysterious. And James Pepper has muted himself as well. So maybe he's just listening in.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. Welcome, Freddie.
Fresh meat.
Fresh meat.
Yeah, those movies were kind of stupid. But you know what? One of my my favorite one was, I think it's Nightmare on Elm Street 3: Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors? That's my favorite one.
It was so bad. It was good though, because they got
Isn't
like
that the one where they kick Freddy's ass using their dream powers?
Warriors, and they're beating up Freddy in the music video.
Talking.
That's so stupid.
Freddy just comes in your dream. Freddy just comes in your dream and he just goes Super Saiyan 2 like Gohan. Like, all right, Freddy, it's on.
Oh, Freddy's got it. Freddy's got it.
It's Wednesday.
Hi. What's her
Say
name?
hi. Wednesday.
Wednesday. Oh yeah, she's Wednesday from the Addams Family. Hey, Wednesday. What's going on?
Hi.
I'm the devil. Some people think so. Anyway.
I blew up a building in Oklahoma. Woo, scary.
I thought you were Cenk Uygur.
Yeah, somebody said that. What's his deal lately? He was just on Timcast lying through his teeth about all kinds of stuff.
Like, it was?
He's from the Young Turks, I think. Somebody fact checked him and he lied like 16 times. He just straight made up his own reality on this show.
That's how you do it. That's how you grab
it. Yeah, like the flat Earth dudes and the MH3.
It
how
snowed
does
5
that
inches
Ashton argue with anybody, UFO Shane? There's like explosions or something from a video game.
It was all planted by the CIA.
It's all planted by this.
all the debris that they found in the Indian Ocean. I gotta look around real quick. Planted by the CIA.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
It was a lithium ion fire, and CIA.
Buzzbomb says Dream Warrior is definitely the best.
Yeah, that's the one that kicked Freddy's ass in the dream world, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did like when they did Freddy versus Jason, even though the ending was kind of stupid, but you know. Or Jason Takes Manhattan. Remember that one?
Oh yeah.
Then they got desperate and Jason went to space somehow.
3000 when he's like
Space
all armored up.
Yeah. He's like, oh, don't open the capsule and wake them up, and they did anyway.
You know what? Like
just
the
killed
scariest
everybody
movie I
on the
think
space
is
station or something.
the first Resident Evil was pretty scary when I was a kid. That scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
The zombies were just visceral.
Oh.
I met Robert England in 2008.
Did you really? What was that like?
Dallas. It was convention.
I heard he's a really nice guy. I knew somebody that worked on the V series.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Robert England is a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, before he got the Freddy gig, he was most well known for the V series. Remember, he played. I think the character was called Willie. He was like a turncoat to the aliens. So, Shane,
check this out, Steven.
What's that?
Check this out.
Oh yeah, that's cool. You got a signed copy. Yeah. That's awesome. That's pretty interesting. Is that supposed to be your Unabomber Nerf gun? I don't think the Unabomber used Nerf guns, man.
He did. The CIA took it out.
We've got a new panel member showing up here. Somebody called E.T. So we'll bring them in as well. Welcome, E.T.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello, E.T. Welcome to the spooky space.
Another of my audience that went super deep to come up with their costume.
That's right. Good job, E.T. I respect it.
I'm really busting your balls. What's on your mind, E.T.?
Not much, man. Just like getting this audio setup thing, and then I had to like get this little costume thing figured out. I came fashionably late.
Yeah. Can I get anything like a watch, maybe?
Harrison Ford it, man. Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I thought in the Discord some people said that they were coming, but they're not here yet either. So you're not really late. They're late. You're right on time.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Ashton Forbes is going on Alien Scientist on November the 3rd.
Is he really?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. I can talk to Jeremy and get to go on there and grill him.
Oh, dude, I talked to him this morning. I was like, what the F, bro? And he was like, don't worry. Cool, man.
We'll see what happens though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's gonna, let Ashton. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I'm ready. I'm ready.
And UFO Shane, we always forget that there's some people listening that don't know what the hell we're talking. So explain this MH370 and why the hell is this guy Shane convinced it's some kind of like teleportation conspiracy nonsense?
Oh, well, okay. MH370 is the Malaysian airline. MH370 crashed in 2013. Blew up over the Indian Ocean. Parts of it were found. Loss of life, 222 people, gone from this planet forever. And then in 2015, a dude on Reddit posted a video of a plane flying through the air and then like literally tic tac UFO swirling around it. And then, it gets creepy. It gets teleported away. Spooky. And then Mick West gets a hold of it and calls it dumb and then shows that all of the graphics are from like a video game from Unreal Engine. And then it was over. And then this Ashton Forbes dude just pops on the scene, takes everyone's research from Reddit, says it's his own, comes on to UFO Twitter, and everyone loves believing in random crap. So he's now on there doing that. And the reason why he believes in it is because he needs $45,000 to go to Washington to claim whistleblower status and talk before Congress on the brink of World War III. So.
Well, that sounds stupid.
Yeah, he's claimed that he needs whistleblower protection. He's claimed that he has Q clearances in his day job, but he's a contractor. He's claimed, dude, all kinds of stuff. And I asked him, I said, why are you bringing this up? I'm doing it for the families. I'm doing it for the families, man.
This guy reminds me of that Q grifter. What was his name? Like Baby Q or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
He reminds me of him for some reason because that guy came out of nowhere and all of a sudden had a huge following too. This guy's got a huge following and he's spouting nonsense and he's a flat earther.
Well, yeah, and he actually did a grip before. I'm already getting sued for defamation apparently by the entire crew, so whatever. He did a grip before where he was going to file this lawsuit against California for wearing masks, like no masks. Well, he got $6,481 off of GoFundMe. He filed a $50 court document. It was thrown out of court and kept the $6,480.
Oh, nice, man! So he's got a good grifting
he can afford
abilities
some bison
here.
steaks. He's probably got a whole freezer full of bison loaded up.
Yeah. By the way, I found some place called Wild Fork near my home that you can get bison steaks. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get one and eat it on stream and talk about David Wilcox grifts.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be delicious.
Yes, and thanks to all of the kind and generous benefactors that made that possible.
Yeah, they got bison here all the time. The grocery stores are full of it. Of course, I'm in Texas, so that.
Well, that helps. Yeah, Texas is great. Do I went to Fort Worth once for a job, and I could not, dude. I wanted to take barbecue home with me on the plane. It was so good. That's all I did for 7 days is just eat barbecue. Dude, I had barbecue for breakfast. I didn't care.
Yeah, that's the place to be. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, so I got to go. But on November 5th, I'm going to be releasing 3,500 sites around the country that are chemical, radiological, biological warfare sites. I'll put the links on your Twitter.
Oh yeah, I could do a whole show on that. That's newsworthy. Like, look at all these toxic dump sites, right?
It's gonna be all in freaking Nevada, dude.
No, they're everywhere, Shane. They're everywhere. And did you know that Apple's campus is on isn't that true, James Pepper? That Apple's big, huge, round building.
It's on a toxic waste site.
It's on a toxic waste site. They built it on a toxic waste site, and they don't tell any of their employees that
they
it's
fire.
toxic.
They'll fire you if you find out.
What? If you find out? Well, we just got somebody fired. Probably. Somebody probably isn't going to listen to this. Oh, shoot, and just leave.
A friend of mine is suing them because they fired her because she said, what are you doing here? They have these vents going down into the ground to pull the vapors up, the toxic vapors. And the vents come out right where the air intake for the air conditioning systems are.
That's good. That's nice. That's how you start a zombie apocalypse for sure. Let's go, dude.
So I'm just releasing the information in Google Maps. That's what I've been doing for the last 2 months, just making maps of them. So you can see all the cities. Washington, D.C. is a total disaster area. And I just wanted to point out to Congress, you did this. You allowed all these places to be contaminated, and you built all these schools and civic features on these sites. And your families are personally benefiting from this. You also nuked yourselves in Washington, D.C., Capitol building, everything.
Nice.
So we'll see what happens.
Maybe that's why they're so damn dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're getting brain damage from all the lead in the soil and the air and
imagine you go to work for Apple and they give you one of those Area 51 patches that tells you what the readings are in the area, and you're like, "What?
Yeah.
Why is the break room? Why is my badge beeping so much?" Don't worry.
Well,
about
I think they should at least tell you before you work there every day that was a former toxic waste dump site or something. That must be why they got the land so cheap. Like, wow, this is really cheap land.
Steve Jobs, man.
They bought the Hewlett Packard plant site, which was also toxic. Well, that was where it started. Also, Facebook and Google, YouTube. YouTube was on the former San Bruno Navy base, and they did radiation tests there. They purposely irradiated the base in the late 40s and early 50s to figure out how to clean up after a nuclear site. And then they realized they couldn't. So they just didn't tell anybody.
Nice.
So this is full of these maps. And
nice.
That checks out.
But I gotta go. I got
so damn dumb. James, I can't wait to see that thing, man. That's gonna be dope.
I got the flu. I gotta go. So
okay, all right. Thanks for joining, James. Nice to see you again or talk to you again. Have a good night. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
All right. Bye-bye.
My neck's hurting. I'm looking for the CIA so much.
And Freddie's cam died. We have a new panel member. Goldus King is here. Welcome, Goldus King.
Nice.
He said he had the flu. I think he ate too much candy.
Oh, you don't have headphones on, Goldus King?
Let me turn down the other side there.
Yeah.
Feedback is killing me.
Better?
Yeah, you can't listen while you can't have both going.
It's good. I can hear you.
Okay, good. Yeah, now you're all cleaned up. Thanks, Goldus King. Welcome.
Let me give you a huge shout out. You are the Coffeezilla of the UFO, just taking it to the scammers, bro. And that's how I actually found you, because when Coffeezilla first started up, I had a question about a certain individual that claimed to be worth a lot of money and did this and that, right?
Yeah.
And, they're a student of Dan Pena, and, like you do, you start doing all this backstory on these cats. And I swear to you, if you think about it, these scammers that do the financial scamming on one level, if they don't work it on one level, it's like they drift right on over to the UFO crowd and start scamming right the hell away. Am I not right?
Yeah, there's a lot of them that do multi. There's UFO guys that are doing medical device scams, crypto scams, and selling UFO stories.
The med bed is my most laughing. I laugh at that quite a bit, the med bed thing. I also know that comes from, I think, the movie Elysium. And so they always try to, and actually it goes even before the movie Elysium. It goes to a book that I read in high school that was about these gel med beds that you would lay down in, and in the gel would supposedly heal you in this science fiction book. Nothing new under the sun.
Well, Star Wars had Bacta tanks as of Empire Strikes Back.
This is even before Star Wars. This was Star Wars is 76. I read, I think, this book in 1970, 71 or somewhere around there. And I was just going, it's such a scam. And like you said in a couple podcasts ago, that you said follow the money. And when you start seeing the amount that they make, that's when you begin to have
and people argue with me. Like, people argue with me. Like, oh, they're not making any money.
Well,
like, you can just add up the YouTube money. They're making a lot of money.
I'm going to ask you a question. Is a lot of the money that you expose, like I've been in the movie industry, that's what we call front and rear end money, but we don't know where there's offshore stuff at all.
You're right.
Yep.
Yeah, you understand what I mean? So they could have stuff in the Cayman Islands. They could have stuff in
Malta.
All over. Yeah, Malta is a great place for crypto scamming, and Russian mob is in Malta as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's where you got the Knights of Malta, where Rob DeSantis of Florida is a member. Okay.
Interesting.
It's when you begin to listen to, it takes a bit. You have to listen to a string of your stuff, Steve, to get it all together. And once you see it, you begin to say, wow, they never changed their story. It's the same story, but let's just throw the nitroglycerin moon rock needle with the air fart on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or add quantum to it. Oh, and we have
quantum. That's right.
Fern Ambulax is here.
Quantum is the big one to me. Because when you... Is there anybody there?
Yep.
Fern Ambulax is here.
We're looking at an ambulance.
I may get a trick or treater, so I may have to get...
No, it's quite all right, yeah.
Hang on a second.
Welcome, Fern Ambulax. Can you hear me? Wait, I have to solo you here. What is this costume? What is this costume, dude?
Looks like a dead Roman soldier.
Oh my god, that is bizarre.
Klaus Schwab with a mouse in his mouth.
Well, I guess he can't talk with whatever the hell is in his mouth.
That's my tooth whitener, damn it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Welcome, Fern Ambulax.
So your neighbors,
it was his tooth whitener for his teeth.
Yeah, neighbors watch your room glow like Christmas every night. That's just pretty dope.
So anyway, Steve, that was my journey. I started following you a long time ago.
Oh, thanks for that.
I got something coming for you. I'm going to set up a nice little package. But
it's spicy steaks.
It's interesting how people want to believe in this hopium of all these things instead of paying attention to what's going on right around them.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things is it's a fantasy and it's escape from reality. You have to keep that in mind. But I think the real world is scary enough, and people ought to be paying attention. Like, look what's going on in the Middle East. We've just had. First, I heard Yemen declared war on Israel. Then it appears it's just the leader of the Yemen rebels that are backed by Iran declaring war, not the actual state of Yemen, but they only control the capital. But here's the thing: if this situation keeps going in Gaza, all the Muslim countries are going to be obligated by their Muslim faith to step in. That means Turkey. They have a 1 million man army. That means Iran. That means Egypt. That means, this. And what are we going to do as huge allies? The United States has said we are unequivocally behind. We stand with Israel. Does that mean that we have to then fight all these Muslim countries? This is going to turn into a nightmare.
It's going to be the third crusade, man.
Yeah.
100%, dude. And then, you know what? If I have to go over there, I'm going to run immediately to the Well of Souls. I'm going straight to the Well of Souls. I want to see where the Knights Templar hit.
That was what my degrees in college were the religious crusades, and they're not what they're telling you they were. I mean, we're talking hundreds of thousands of Europeans disappeared, just whoop, right out of nowhere during the crusades, like the Children's Crusade. The entire Children's Crusade disappeared completely off the map. They have no idea where they died. They have no idea what happened to the children. And I actually was over there in Catalonia region of northern Spain, southern France on the Mediterranean side. I was doing some research there. And, you know, that's where Rich Lou was the Pope of France at the time. And that's where you get the saying, kill them all, God knows who's his own are. And that's from Rich Lou. And that was the very first crusade, was against the Catalonians in that region. And it's actually a very beautiful part of northern Spain, southern France. It's just gorgeous. Lots of wineries. Did a lot of Muscat. A lot of Muscat is grown in that region, the Muscat wines.
Oh, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just wanted to prove that we let anybody on this show, because now we have Jeff from Strange Recon is here.
God, Jeff is on here. Jeez.
Hey, no one said it's me, Jeff. What are you talking about? I'm in disguise.
Oh, my bad, Jeff. Me too. I'm on the run. I was kicked out of the UFO community. I'm on the run from the CIA. I feel
it's definitely not Jeff. Whatever you say. Oh shit, my name tag. Oh, crap.
Yeah, you forgot to change your name there. And we had LaChusa. It looked like, I think it was Thin Lizzy, and she looked ready for a masquerade ball. Unlike the rest of us rejects, she has like a real classy, costume going. But she keeps dropping out, so I don't know if she's having a problem with her internet. She could keep trying.
I think we all need to stop for a moment, go get a glass of sarsaparilla.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sarsaparilla, brothers.
What was that thing on November 3rd? Ashton Forbes is on whose show?
He is going to be on Alien Scientist. November 3rd,
Alien Scientist.
Some random time. I can't remember.
You know what's great? I think that I could use a bump from Jeremy a lot more than that clown. Like, what the hell, man?
I've been on Jeremy's show.
Have you? Jesus Christ, man. I got to bust his balls.
I go on everybody's show, man. I've been on Lou Reviews. Mostly just your show, though.
Oh, Thin Lizzy's fixing her microphone. So she's going to save us from this sausage party soon, hopefully.
Sausage party.
Hey guys, we didn't finish that conversation when earlier when we were talking about the MH370 stuff that's come up in the last few weeks. I think it's
all the CIA, man.
It could be, but I mean,
it's a CIA cover up. Yes, it's a CIA
MH370. Is that one of those new south of the border gangs?
That's right. That's one of them Latino gangs. Warping planes out of the Malaysian border.
Oh, here she is, Thin Lizzy.
Oh, what a mask.
Hello.
I gotta show you an illustration.
Yeah, I'm gonna solo her. That looks like a Valkyrie mask or something.
I like that.
That is pretty sick.
It looks like a Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Looks like an owl to me.
Athena, yeah.
Yeah, very, very nice. Very classy. Look here, and look at she's got a whole outfit. She's here to class this shit show up, and I appreciate
that.
Then Lizzy, have you looked for the CIA around your property?
I mean, I don't know. I guess I haven't. I should ask Busey if he knows
if you walk
where
outside
they
in
are.
the molten house there with a shovel, you done messed up. That's what I'm worried about.
Y'all think the CIA is bad? You should deal with Bureau of Land Management.
Oh, Lord. The Department of Energy is not. If I ever got an email from the Department of Energy, I'd quit with it.
Steve, no, there's a reason. There's a reason I always make sure I can talk and use my mouth through masks.
That's right. Every time you smoke, it makes me want to go smoke, man. I gotta go outside to smoke.
You know, my wife's really on my case.
Hey, you want to see a cool illustration?
Sure, you can share your screen. She's got a big, huge air filter right outside my office right now.
Oh, Hawkman.
Oh, here, let me solo you. Hold on here. Let's take a look. Is that like
Hawkman? Yeah, that's Hawkman. That's like early 80s Hawkman. 84, 85-ish.
Nice.
That's an illustration I did about 5 years ago.
Nice.
Reminds me of a man who put an arrow through my knee years ago. Leg, sorry.
Oh, mask reminded me of that. That's a really cool mask.
That's a really good illustration, man. I worked in the comic book industry for 10 years.
What did you do?
I owned a comic book store for 10 years. My grandfather that just passed away owned one from 1971 to 1997.
Oh, that's cool. Do you know the
It's
only
like on The
thing?
Simpsons.
The only
comic book
thing
guy.
I miss from my
Yeah.
old neighborhood, I
Love
miss
that
two
kid.
things. I miss the local Irish bar, and I miss the comic shop. That's it. Everything else I could care less about from the city. Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Kitty.
kitty. That's cool.
Trippy kitty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got Gary McKinnon coming on the show tomorrow.
Mushroom
Lewis
kitty.
Sparkles.
Oh, Gary McKinnon. I thought she meant
Yeah, those
Gary
take me a long
Nolan.
time. Some take me. Some of these illustrations, you run out of your color ideas, and like this guy right here, this one literally took me 8 months. I'm not kidding.
Well, that's
Man, you
8
can
months
draw,
of your
dude.
life.
Holy crap.
Very
Oh,
talented.
nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah, very cool.
That's a skinwalker, boy.
No, that's one of the wolves from Skinwalker Ranch. You gotta make them smoke though. You gotta make them smoke. Give them some cigarettes.
Hey,
I'd like
Streams
to send you
Recon.
some copies of those, Steven.
Hey,
These
Jeff.
are, some of these took me hours and hours and hours. Some of them weeks. Because, you know, like you run out of ideas about your color scheme and you don't want it to be following like something else. So you try to keep an idea fresh.
Sure.
So your coloring, you don't want it to follow a pattern. You know what I mean? So one can't look like the other.
Everybody's a critic, including
Oh,
Nitwit, who
where's
says,
Jeff?
"Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Maybe
this
ask
is
Jeff a
about as
question.
stupid as the Wilcock video." But we know who that is, probably.
This is way cooler than the Wilcock video.
But that's like your opinion, so
Hey, I don't know if Jeff's still there. Jeff, you there? Oh,
I think
also,
he the
Steve-
guy that you think is Jeff is still here. That's all I'm saying.
Guy who I think may perhaps not be Jeff or might possibly be Jeff.
Oh, look at that!
You had
we
Red
wanna
Panda
thank-
Koala on your show. I saw. I was just curious.
We want to
if you
thank
knew he backs
Cartot
up
for
his-
kind and
he
generous
backs up
$4.99 super
MX37.
chat. Woohoo! Praise the
That's my
cash,
friend.
bitches!
That's my friend Karen. She's supporting the show.
Yeah, and we got off to a rocky start, but I think I like her because I've been.
Everyone's smoking cigarettes except for me.
Yeah. My wife's on my ass. I gotta go buy some.
Now that's a
Blu-ray
Halloween costume right there.
Try that again.
Nice, Golders King. That's some good looking cat right there.
Thank you, Cartot. We appreciate you. Thanks for appreciating us.
That's right.
Yeah, and Jeff, I have that package for you.
Yes.
That's all the green screen help. I'm gonna
He's getting a
put
box
it
of
on Google
dildos?
Drive for you.
Oh.
I'll send you a link. I've just been busy.
I thought we were sending who may not be Jeff a box of dills. Never mind.
Yeah.
That I'll take.
Yeah, dude.
I
See,
appreciate
it's a good present. Everyone's all upset at Steven. I think it's a good gesture, man. We all know
And
Will
to
Cox
answer-
doing some freaky shit.
To answer your question, I only focus on his work dedicated to the UFO subject because I get too drowsy when it comes to starting to what people have touched on in the past. And unless of course they're pushing it now or something, and then I'm like, oh Jesus, well, maybe I made a mistake. I don't know.
No. Red Panda's a good dude. I just thought it was funny because like he came, you're like known to be like us. We don't believe in none of this nonsense. So
Well, look here. Here is snake oil sold here.
we love snake oil.
Oh my
And that's
God!
Wayne
You seen
McElroy
this
Jr.
new one?
on Facebook, who's been sending me a lot of funny
He
memes
came
of these
out with a new
films.
one yesterday, I think.
Hey man, there's nothing, you know, when an archangel descends through your roof, Stephen, and he comes through in a holy light, and he says, "Boy, go forth and sell my sermons to the people. Don't give it away for free. Sell it. The magic number of
That's my greatest argument for why he's not getting any of this shit from angels. Because no angel in the universe would say, you know what you should do? I'll give you some special sacred secret knowledge.
He was
And you should put it
bathed
behind
in
a
holy
$333 paywall.
Yeah, he woke up the next morning and he started collecting urine for his bathtub, and he bathed in the holy light of
oh,
urine.
here
I have
are the
on
men
good
in black.
authority.
The men in black.
Oh,
The men in black.
I have it on good authority. The
Uh-oh.
Archangel Michael has a sense of humor.
That cat looks kind of pissed off.
Lizzie's boyfriend is giving her the. Giving her
Aw,
some
I
pussy.
love that cat. That little costume you put it in earlier today, that was so cute.
That is adorable. My cat
He's
is
good.
outside this room because she was banned from the room.
I'm surprised.
So
my
he's
wife
like
hasn't raised a
the
dog yet.
like a men in black cat.
my cat has also been banned from
But-
my room.
Everyone look right
You
at
must
the
ban
hair.
the cat.
Someone there, Cardi?
Bye.
It's all real. Aliens are real,
Thanks for
guys.
your
It's all
appearance.
real.
Definitely.
Angels are
Do any of
real.
you guys
Demons.
live in like disbelief though of like certain sightings? Like I had an experience one time that I still think about it. It's like it's perfect for a Halloween night. And I worked so hard at trying to disprove what we all witnessed, and it was up close. It wasn't a UFO or anything, but it was like still to this day I think, was I one of those weirdos that actually saw something phenomenal? That's why I seem like a skeptic, but
Dude,
the reason why I'm even talking about this topic is because something has still stumped me to this
I
day,
saw
and
a
I
40-foot
disbelieve my
floating
own sighting.
egg. I saw a
Good point.
40-foot
It is
floating
how-
Well, you
pearlescent
can be
egg
a
in the sky.
It is
It
Halloween.
floated
You're
there
right.
for 10 minutes, and then I watched a cabinet door unlock itself, a toy helicopter float out of the cabinet 10 feet, and then 6 red balls of jelly light manifested in front of my face. So I feel you, brother. I fight it all the time because I have no idea what
Me
happened.
too. I'm with Shane. Yeah, I had something weird happen to me as well. I'll never.
I think we all did. That's what gets you stuck in this goddamn rabbit hole.
Then you come looking for answers, man. And I've
Yeah,
talked to
and all you
everybody.
find
I've
is
talked to
grifters.
James Fox. I've talked to Billy Carson. You know, back when I was into all this, and I found he stole money from kids. But I talked to everybody. And
Allegedly.
buy my book. Just buy my book.
Allegedly, UFO Shane.
Allegedly. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we definitely don't want to mess with his lawyers. They're from Atlanta. Allegedly. And yeah, and no answers, man. Nothing. Just buy my book, bro. I'm like, I'm gonna have to open up a library in my house like an add-on.
Yeah, I came and found in those same things. Why Stephen and I even ended up meeting up. It's like everyone who's ever claimed there's a material connection to something that people witnessed, it exists out there, and the government knows about it. I put no faith in that whatsoever, because every time they put the evidence up, it's worth.
Trust me, bro. It's from one guy who knows another guy. It's like Anna Pasolka. She's like, I got this information. Who? From who? Sean Cahill? Lou Elizondo? Probably. And I have a sneaking suspicion that a lot of the Grush claims or the Ross Coulthart claims come from Stephen Greer. And they won't
They
mention
do.
it's
He's
from
repeated Stephen Greer's stories several times.
Yeah, but he knows
Phil
better than to
Lindsay's
say
got
that.
some. What's with the eyeshadow, man? You
That's
went
a
a
lie.
little heavy
Oh,
today.
it's for the.
Oh, for the mask. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you wear a Batman
the
mask, you
eyes.
put a lot of black on there. Okay,
Yeah,
that
so
makes
the
sense.
eye. Yeah, I just took this off.
I like it.
Thanks for making fun of me, man.
No, I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
Normally,
those
you
masks
don't
get
wear
hot,
something
don't they?
that color or that much. So I was like,
Fernand
Right,
Black's
yeah,
wearing
yeah.
a masonry
I
hat?
had
Let's
fun.
go, dude.
I had fun with it.
Fernand Black's is a Freemason, dude. Let's go.
Isn't he?
I was just a demolay.
Just in Demolay.
Dude, I still get emails from the Freemasonry. I'm going to join, bro. I want to know all the secrets.
You know, I was gonna do that once, and then I just kind of didn't go back. Like I went to the place and met these
With no
guys.
windows?
They were a
It's
little
like Jehovah's
strange.
Witness building.
But I'm like a big student of history, so the only reason I was going to join is because if you're a member of any of
Go to the
the
library, dude.
of the groups, you're allowed to go to the Washington D.C. library, and you get access to everything in there.
Yep.
And
Look
it's
up. Hey, Steven, your name your last name is very old. Check and see your historical records, where your family came in at, and if they're like my family goes back before the Revolution, and I'm actually Sons of the Revolution. I'm a member of that.
Oh, that's
and
interesting.
You can get into that stuff, and that'll also open up doors. So there's Pilgrim Society. Trust me, they may sound sinister, but use them while you can and get information while you can. There's like, if you can get them, I found Bohemian Grove books in different places.
Bohemian Grove.
Oh, I've got stuff, bro. I've read my library. It's so big. It's like I usually get 4 to 5 new books a week, and these are not small ones. Like they're 400 to 500 pages a piece. I do a lot of historicals. I've got 3 degrees from college, so plus the fact that during my college years I did a lot of mixed martial arts. I started there.
I did jiu-jitsu for 5 years, man. Shit saved my life twice.
Love jiu-jitsu, man. It
also gave me the worst hips of all time.
Yes.
Destroyed my head.
I create force fields with my mind, and I could destroy both of you.
Oh,
We've
Oh,
seen those guys on the
create
videos.
force fields with my mind.
Those fake ass Steven Seagals, you know, doing this stuff like
Aikido.
Oh, the fake martial arts gurus.
Oh
I
my
love
God!
that shit.
There's a guy that does nothing but that on YouTube, and if you want
Oh,
a
the
good
monk guy.
laugh,
Yeah,
watch.
he's like punching the thing. He's like, yeah, I love that guy.
How about the one guy in China who's an MMA fighter, and he takes on all the different
And
various schools of
he had to go into
China?
hiding because he fought a kung fu master.
Yeah,
He
he
beat the
did
crap
have
out
to
of
go
him.
into hiding because he beat them all. He
Yeah.
scared all these masters,
who'd have
you know.
I never.
I've been doing MMA for 30 years, and I have the belts and the scars and the broken bones, and the wife behind me proving, you know, you better not lie, you know. So I've done that. I did it for 35 years, and then I just said, I'm enough. That's enough years.
Yeah, I don't like getting punched in the face.
But I still like doing jujitsu. I will still do that because I have a young son that's 15, and that's the autistic one, Stephen Cambian. If you want to get your children into opening up their mind, put an autistic child in jujitsu and watch them go to town. They'll just, it's wild to watch. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, we have my younger son in Shotokan karate right now, and we tried with Zachary, but he just won't follow directions, or he can't even understand what they're telling him to do. So we just kind of let him off the hook, you know. Oh, he's got another trick or treater.
Hello.
Yeah, we had we only went out for like an hour, maybe a little longer today. And I live in a very affluent area. We felt like cheap the first year we were here because we just had like regular kitty house, you know, like the fun size or whatever. Everybody in my neighborhood gives out full size candy bars. So so my
Not the
kid got a
king
mountain
size?
of candy in like an hour. He got we just kept filling the bucket and putting it in the bag my wife brought. We have this mountain of candy now. So they did very well.
Trick-or-treaters.
Do you guys remember when you were kids, you go with pillowcases and you come home late at night and you got like a half a pillowcase full of like candy and then you just eat it?
Oh.
For like a month?
Fern Ambulax has a what kind of is that kind of wacky cane, isn't it?
This is the Barnabas Collins cane from Dark Shadows.
Oh, okay. That's where I recognize it from. I know I saw something like that before. Yeah.
Even the ring. Oh, you were talking about the Freemasons.
Black Onyx?
Like
Yeah, Black Onyx. Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
Is that in a silver setting?
No, it's a real cheap one.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
but we're talking about the Freemasons.
That's why my moniker, Gold is King, I do gold mining.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yes, I do.
My best friend at the cabin, Matt, he watches those gold shows all the time, and he wants to do that so bad. And he's good with all the like machinery. He's got a bobcat.
Well, here's
and stuff.
the
He's like,
thing.
yeah, you just buy this, you buy some land, you get a claim. I'm
No,
like, dude,
it
it's a
ain't
lot
that
harder than it looks like on TV.
No. It is not like that at all. They make it look easy on there. Yeah, first off, you got to clear stuff with the BLM, and you got to declare what level of mining you're going to do. And also,
Well, you know, that show is good for education of gold.
Oh, yeah.
Because
you learn a lot.
Because before I
I'll give you
watched that show, I thought that gold mining was like they went into the side of a mountain and they just found gold veins and dug it out. I had no idea how they really do it, which is to just dump tons and tons and tons of earth into a machine and sort out the gold.
Yeah, and that's part of it, you know, because they're putting the rocks in the machine. Now, if you're running it through the trommel, that big round cylinder thing with the holes in it, and then they dump the big rocks at the end, and you got a sluice at the end of that captures the gold nuggets and all the bigger stuff like that. That's going to go in that sluice. The big rocks are going to go away. It's going to run. Usually they run, if you're running that kind of a system like what they're doing, that one system is over $1.5 million. And that's just for your trommel alone. And that's your trommel sluice system. And that doesn't like a shaker table where you're going to get your finest gold. there's various YouTube channels that show you what a shaker table is. It's pretty bomb how it works, and how it just takes the lightest, finest mesh gold, like 200, 500 mesh gold, and as the table shakes, it has these ribs in it, and these ribs sort out the different heavy metals. So like if you're going for gold, the gold is going to be captured definitely in what they call, you got 3 to 5 capture cups, they call them, in a shaker table. And in capture cup number 1, that's normally 99% pure gold, or gold that's going to be in there. And that gold's probably going to be you're going to refine it, because it's going to probably be, that gold in there is going to be 92% or somewhere around there, 88 to 92% pure gold. And then once you refine it, I'm telling you, it starts to add up. You get a little here, a little bottle there, another bottle, and then you start adding it up, and then you start seeing a lot of weight. You go, let's say I sell that, right? So you put some up on eBay in a vial, people will buy it, and if you look on eBay, people buy vials of gold all day long.
Yeah, I have looked, because I one time got access to a whole lot of 1964 and before silver coins, and I was selling silver coins on eBay for a while, and I happened to notice the gold that people sell raw gold. They just go and find it, mine it. I don't know how they get it, but then they sell it by weight on eBay.
Pan it.
Hey, Steven.
Yeah,
Listen,
pan
guys,
it.
I don't even like gold. You should
Well,
go ahead and tell me where your gold vein is.
You
know what kind of gold I like, guys?
They're about like that size. I got a rock pulverizer. So I pulverize in a 13-inch drum, about like this, about like that big right here, okay? About like that diameter. And it's got chains in it and shackles. And it just beats the hell out of the rock, and it turns it into powder. I take that powder as it shoots out in a 5-gallon bucket, and then I'll run it through what I call, there's a system called Gold Cube. The Gold Cube is the bomb. Oh, I love Black Flag, by the way. Whoever likes that, that's some bomb stuff. I grew up with Black Flag.
You know what kind of gold I like, Steven? I like the white gold.
Me too.
Woo! I'm running from the CIA, baby. Let's go.
You know, I survived the music business, and I survived the music business by giving every drug that was ever handed to me to the drummer. And boy, did that screw up the shows, though. You give them too much of certain substances, and all the songs are twice as fast that night.
Like, oh, calm down, boys. Wait till you get them a little bit of that sweet, crushy rock. Yeah. Boy, that's my favorite part about my UFO story is like it was in between meth benders. It's like it totally happened, guys. Trust me.
Yeah, I didn't like to be like inebriated for shows. I had one show where I drank too much, and it was terrible. It was horrible, and I never did that again. I would just wait till after the show. You know.
Did you puke?
No, I didn't puke. I was just doing shots before everybody was buying me shots before the show. It was this weird show, and it was like the opening of a nightclub, and we were the band, and it was terrible.
You just embarrassed yourself, is all.
I embarrassed myself, but it was one of those things where I went, someday I'm going to die, and that doesn't matter in comparison to that. But otherwise, it was a terrible, horrible experience. The only other time where I was really screwed up for a show is that I had a guitar player who was always liked to drop acid before shows. And I said, oh, no way would I ever do a show on that. And so what he did is he put a bunch of paper acid tabs in a beer and gave me a beer. And I would have one or two beers before a show.
God.
So I was just, and then of course it was one of those shows where there's like 6 bands and we're the 5th band. So by the time we got up there, I was just like, oh my God, this is insane.
I can see sound.
Yeah, it was one of those shows. Yeah. It's so mad at him. I never did that again though.
Knocked your dick in the dirt.
Guys ever looked at a curtain before and just realized how beautiful the folds are?
Yeah, but you know what it is with some of that stuff, especially the hallucinogens, I call it like chasing the dragon. the first time you do each of those substances, if you set it up right and you know what you're doing, it's an amazing, life-changing experience. But then when you do them again, it's not as good. It's never as good as that first time that you do, whether it's mushrooms or LSD or ayahuasca or whatever, or those hallucinogens. It's like the first time it hits you is the best, and then after that, it's all downhill.
One time I did it a lot. I did like we put like an ounce of shrooms into Kool-Aid, and we make Kool-Aid out of it. We drink because you're just drinking delicious Kool-Aid that's just messing you up, right? And I laid down, left my body, floated up, met Krishna, met Shiva, then met God, and then I just went right past God to his brother Greg that lived in a trailer park behind heaven. And he was like, welcome my child. And I was like, holy shit. And he's just like, you see all these lights in the area.
I'm still waiting for that experience.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, this really happened.
On mushrooms.
I'm floating there, and this dude's like, this whatever it was, it's like, you see all these sparkles in the night? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, those are all souls. And I'm like, oh, God. Oh, I need to go home. He's like, it'll happen. It was nuts. Yeah, I went right past God and met his brother Greg at the trailer park back there. It was cool.
Nice.
Well, that's interesting.
Hey, man, you know, when you're 19 years old, do a lot of drugs or don't, allegedly.
Yeah, I'm glad I got that all out of my system because, you know, when you have kids, you're like, oh, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
I call them spirit walks or something to that degree. I did LSD and shrooms, and the LSD was when I had these fingers right here amputated, and I was going through a living hell, all 4 of them. And and actually, let me give this to LSD. It gave me a reality check, and it helped me survive at that period of time where I was in a just mental anguish after losing 4 fingers and then 2 getting sewed back on. You're out in la la land, man. You are just like, how do I come back down, to this core symbol of what you are as a person? And it actually changes your life forever. And actually, Stephen, I really got into music big time after that. I started playing bass after the titanium rods were taken out of my my ring finger and my index finger had titanium rods in them for about 3 years. And I got into playing the bass, the guitar, the mandolin, and I'm right-handed, so I had to use the hand that was damaged. And I got more into mixed martial arts too. I had to take a break from all that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was a major thumpa wumpa. And
you ever had a Saharan sunrise?
That's where you
take a Saharan sunrise, where you take coke, crystal, weed, LSD, and DMT all at the same time, and it feels like you're standing in the Saharan desert, and like the sun's coming up on your front, so you're really hot and you're really cool at your back, like the night sky's still behind you. It's called
I never.
Sunrise.
That sounds like a nightmare.
It was not about the match.
No one's ever survived it. I made it up.
This is not sound fun.
You're just gonna be like,
that actually doesn't even sound like it's fun, to be honest.
No, it does not sound fun at all.
It's got a 130% fatality rate.
Well, the second time was with shrooms, and then it was a very interesting setup. There was some gentlemen over my place, and we were all kind of like talking business and stuff, and we're all shrooming, and this one guy didn't want to take his shoes off in my wooden floor house, and I told dude, look, you got to take your shoes off. You got rocks in your shoes, and you're scraping my floors up. He didn't want to take them off, and that's when I had an epiphany about all my mixed martial arts, and I called dude out, and I said, listen, here's how it's going to work. And I'm flying like crazy on these shrooms. I said, here's how it's going to work. You either take the shoes off or you leave. There is no other option. That's your only 2 options. And he was looking at me And then he was looking at all the dudes that he knew, that I knew, that were in front of him. And they're looking at me like, what in the fuck is Todd going to do, you know? And I said, hey, man, it's up to you. You know, this is a reality check. You're being a prick. And no one here in the house, because everybody leaves their shoes off at the front door, right? Because it's wooden floors. And this guy just thought he wanted to be special. And it was so weird. I mean, I would never do that again on shrooms, but I nearly almost took him to task. He was lucky he walked out of the house. I'll just say that. But that was the last time I ever did that. But I don't ever condone anybody that wants to smoke weed or, you know, whatever their thing is, just as long as you ain't killing, raping, murdering, destroying, or thieving to get your dealing going on, then that's fine. You know, I don't.
Actually, I'd be interested in seeing the crime statistics for the states in the United States that have legalized cannabis use.
Look at Switzerland. Switzerland legalized everything, and they went from high 15% at the time down to 3% crime rate. That's it.
Oh, that's interesting.
And of course, they don't want you to see the statistics of what other countries have done, like Denmark. Like, I've been to Amsterdam. I've been to Holland. Me and my wife went there after I graduated with my 3rd degree from college. And while we were there,
UFO Shane,
we stayed in actually a coffee shop above the, you know, where everybody smokes. So we were above there in rooms, and it was just an experience to be in Amsterdam. I will say that. And if anybody's, you know, enjoys the herb, then I suggest they go at least one trip to the dam and enjoy the dam for what it is. What's that?
I've heard about this red light district.
Yeah, they just got women in windows.
I got a story about that. So my wife and I are walking through. We were trying to find a restaurant, and all these red lights, they're like fluorescents that start turning on. And she goes, is this the goddamn red light district that we've been told about? And all of a sudden, these chicks start coming into the windows, you know, to flaunt their wares, right? And I'm going, holy cow. So we kind of did a U-turn and went back into the coffee shop district. But
yeah, I'm not usually a fan of window shopping, but in that case, I'd make an exception, right?
It is like that. Yes, it is. It's window shopping. It is very, very interesting. But, you know, I've been married now 29 years. So I enjoy every day afterwards, and every day I'm above the grave. I've done not only the mixed martial arts, but I've rock climbed. Yosemite is where I did a lot of rock climbing and bouldering and trail hiking and all that. And, you know, rock climbing beats your body to an insane level sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty rough. You get to a certain age and it's just like, nah, I'm not going to climb anymore. I'm not going to even boulder. I'm going to watch these young lads just go at it, you know, and I enjoy watching them do their thing. But, you know,
you're lucky to survive, really.
Boys, you know, you need a full life. Go out, experience it all. And if you fail, you fail. Don't worry about it. Failure is a good sign. That means that you just learned something, because if you don't fail, you're not gonna go forward. You're just not going to. And failure, I think, is the key to making, like Steve, like I'm sure you've had shows, and I've even heard them where some people you've had to go, oh my God, I'm gonna have to delete all this shit and all this, and I'm gonna have to redo it, blah blah blah. And so, because that one show you had, this guy was in there and chat and stuff, and I was going, what the hell? And I was going, thank God I'm not a YouTuber, you know, because I'm impressed with your skills, definitely, on finding stuff out and bringing it to the table and showing the world. And I post it up everywhere. I put it on Gab, I put it on my Skype, I put it on my Telegram, I put it on everything I can. I send it to my friends in emails. I say, hey, he's going to do this one on this guy tonight. So the one you do when you do the we ought to do a night where you have like outtakes of David Wilcox, followed up with old Lou.
Yeah, listen, can I
Albano.
ask you all for a favor? Look, I have a special guest here, so I'm going to ask everybody to watch the language for just the next few minutes. But hold on one second.
I'm going to be the first to ghost on Halloween. I hope you all have a good time. Always a pleasure.
This is the first in studio guest. Look,
Wow.
there's the camera.
I'll make room. Take care.
Say hello. What do you have to say, Cal?
Oh my gosh! We need some money up in here. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Praise the cash.
All right, thanks very much.
Welcome.
You want to hang out for a little bit? He'll come over here, and I'll change the camera. Come over here and stand right next to me, right next to my chair here. See right here? You come over here. All right, and I have to change the camera, so hold on a second. 1 second. Here we go.
An alien desk camera.
There we go.
Ah!
There we go. Look, we make a nice couple, don't we? Look here. I'm gonna solo us. That means it's just gonna be me, not the guests. So you're the cash clown here, huh?
Yeah.
And what does the cash clown do?
Make a lot of cash.
Make a lot of cash and praise the cash, right?
Yes.
And what does the cash clown say?
Praise the cash.
Good job. High five, buddy. Did you have a good Halloween?
Yes.
Did you get enough candy?
Yes.
All right. That means it was a good night. All right. I'm going to talk to you later, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thanks for being the first in-studio guest, Cash Clown.
Oh, my God.
You got a new Cash Clown outfit, too, so that's awesome.
Yes.
All right. I'll be in to tuck you in a little while. All right?
Okay.
All right. I love you, buddy.
Love you too.
All right. There we go. That's our little Cash Clown. He's very, I got a lot of crap from including him at all. I mean, I record those bumpers off air, but people still found a reason to complain about that. And he's my son. He's very interested. What are you doing? And he wants to learn about cameras and microphones and studios and backdrops and building stuff and video editing. So I let him, Oh, and here we have another guest. Welcome. Who's muted? You have to unmute yourself there, Al.
Let me get my army jacket. Be right back.
Hello, guys.
Oh, there he is. Welcome, Al Warrior.
I'm back.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Ooh.
Well, that's a pretty freaky mask.
I have another one. I just can't find it.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting costume going on in here. Oh, and we're supposed to have worthless prizes for the best costume. So I'm going to put a poll in the...
Oh, yeah. Whatever happened to that?
And then I'll send whoever wins the best costume tonight a worthless prize.
You get prizes, not just one. You get plural.
Here, I'll send them the David Walker.
Hey, Steve.
Yes.
Do you see this little pin on my hat?
Yes.
That's from Russia. And I don't know if you can see it real close, but it's an award before the Soviet fell for meritorious cannabis growing in Russia.
That's interesting.
That right there. I should show you that. Take it off.
Hey, y'all, I hear some natives coming up ahead here, and I got to take off. So I want to say happy Halloween to everyone. Take it easy, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
Okay. All right. You have a good evening. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm doing this poll for the oldest king in the ET. Oh, and I have to add UFO Shane. Oh, I can't. Well, he's not here. It only lets me do so many options. That's fine. So we have a poll in the live chat. Let us know who gets the best costume worthless prize award. Nothing but the best for my audience here. And
yeah.
I'm wearing my stealth cannabis growing outfit.
Sorry. And just for fairness, I'll send UFO Shane a worthless prize too, because I can only add. It only would let me add so many options to the poll, Shane. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, 2 kitties. That's not fair. You're cheating.
Yeah,
That's
is
cheating. That's cheating.
He has a flannel on, and what was I saying that he's like reminds you of like Teen Wolf, like a kind of.
That's not
but
fair.
He's a grunge
That's
kitty.
not fair.
I have to stop
he
myself
has-
from making pussy jokes this whole time. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
How come
I
your
dressed
cat is
my
so
kids
nice
up.
and mine is like a violent criminal? Why?
That's how. Yo, that's like the roll of the dice when you get any animal. It could be awesome or it could be a nightmare.
I have 2 huskies.
I'm sure.
Oh, I'm looking at the poll. It looks like Thin Lizzy is in the lead by a long shot, you slackers. Followed by Jeff from Strange Recon, then Al Warrior, and then Gold is King. You're in last place. Sorry about that. Thin Lizzy was tough to beat. She had like a Valkyrie mask or something. That's interesting.
Yeah, it was cool. I found it.
Oh, I forgot to mute myself. People complain when they can hear my typing. I have to get a silent keyboard.
Well,
Yeah,
people
you're
are
like a
gonna complain
mechanical
no matter
keyboard.
what. Hey, Terry.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's one of those
Brad.
things, man. It's one of those things. I'm joking now that the complaint department is only open through super chats.
Did anyone vote for me? Did I even get one?
Yeah, everybody got some votes.
Ooh.
So we'll leave the poll open for a while. Yeah, everybody got some votes. So, but now Al Warrior and Gold is King are tied at 9%. Jeff from Strange Recon 21%, and Thin Lizzy 64%. She's killing you, clowns.
Whoop, whoop.
See, mine is a lighting issues. It was supposed to actually be more like I'm supposed to be a terrorist hacker. It looked more like that actually, but it just turns out weird with the computer screen. It ended up being like weird alien eyes. I didn't even mean to do
You know
it.
what it looked like? It looked like you were in Sharia. You're under Sharia law.
It does kind of
Like
look a
you're in
little
a-
Muslim. It's true.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be careful with that stuff for a little while, and no yelling Allah Akbar anywhere for a while. Right?
Stick with the alien stuff for now.
Yeah, stick with that.
Yeah.
I need a drink.
Yeah, now's not a good time for like that jackass joke where they sent a guy that was dressed as a Muslim, like with a bomb. Remember that?
Oh yeah, way back
Oh,
in
in
the
the
day.
car where he picks people up and then
Yeah.
Oh my God, those are the funniest videos on earth.
No, but it's even funnier because what that guy didn't know is they glued all this hair on his face. They glued a whole beard on his face, right? And what you find out, what he and everybody else found out after they showed the clips of the jokes that he was doing on people, is that in order to get all the hair for the fake beard they glued all over his face, all the guys from Jackass shaved their pubes. And they put that all on his face. He was like throwing up and puking because he was like, got some of that in my mouth.
I grew up watching Jackass and then the CKY skate videos.
Yeah. Yeah.
I turned out fine.
Yeah, I turned out
Did you though? Did you really?
I mean, for the most part.
You know, that Bam Margera lives right near me, or did. Like his whole family lives right near my house.
That guy's been in and out of so much.
Yeah, I worry about him. I hope he's okay. I hope he gets some help.
He just got out of court last month.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been keeping up. I was watching Steve-O's show for a while on YouTube, but I stopped. So I don't.
Steve-O moved over to Rumble. Steve-O does a lot of stuff on Rumble now.
Yeah, Rumble is really good if you're a huge celebrity and you've got millions of followers, but for a regular content creator, it's terrible. Like, people are asking me, like, that's my honest opinion. I mean, we've been on there for over a year. I made $40 so far. And all my videos are
You made more than
with
that
ads,
last
so I
night
feel like
on.
just turning the ads off. Why should I
made
have
more-
ads if I'm not getting any money from them? You know?
Dude, you made more than that for a bison steak on YouTube last night.
Yeah, I made $45.88 so far in total. And just so people don't think that I'm, you know, that I'm just saying that, like here, $45.88. You know, but I'm, you know, I'm building a following over there, so I guess it helps.
Well, it's like anything, Stephen. Coffeezilla, when he first started, his numbers were so low, and
Yeah, you just got to keep going. You got to push through that, you know.
Yeah,
But you know, at some point, you got to say, like,
there's
I've already
another
been
guy-
in here for years. Like, if it's not popping yet, it might never, you know.
There's a guy named Rocket Kit that does fishing that I follow. He's in New Zealand, I believe it is. But the reason why I follow him is because of his technique when he goes out. He did a lot with kayaks. Now he's got a 16 or 14-inch type of very nice, good boat. Same boat I kind of want to get because I live here on the west coast of United States. And when he first started, I remember he was thinking about quitting, and we all told him, don't quit. Right now is your numbers are low because you just started and you need to think about it. So his name is Rokkit, and then the word kit, K-I-T. And I just told him don't. So I plastered him up on Gab and all my other social that I enjoy. And I said, hey, take a look at this guy's fishing technique. Really cool. And within weeks, that guy's numbers went skyrocketing. And I do that all the time here. You know, it's
I appreciate that.
Post, repost, and post because I tell people, look, quit living in the dark age about this stupid UFO crap and the Lou Elizondos and everybody else that's like that. Learn where the money is. Watch these videos. My guy in Idaho, there's a guy in Montana that I'm friends with. We all are, you know, we're all two of us are former military, so we know how to take care of ourselves, let's just say. And castle laws apply. And when I've sent them this stuff, we used to listen to the old Art Bell. That's how old I am. Okay. And the old Art Bell, that guy would call people out left and right. Hang up right on him on the show. And that's the beautiful thing about how you are, Steve. It's like you can see and hear.
Oh, maybe shut up. Maybe I'll get there. Maybe I'll just start. Oh yeah, you met an alien. Go ahead, tell us about it. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I love it when like people call in and then it's not about the topic, and then he reiterates where it's like, it's not about the topic. Like,
yes.
I love his
that's the thing about
one of the major reasons I'm here is because of Art Bell. I grew up listening to that, you know.
Yes.
That and Howard Stern and
We all loved Art Bell.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to. And at the time it was the only place to get this sort of thing from, you know, except for like early BBSs and stuff like that.
To bring just a really quick callback on the UFO thing that we were talking about earlier, do you guys know that Art Bell and his wife had a triangular UFO experience over their house out in their
No, I never heard that before.
I know, I didn't know it until a few years ago either. Supposedly his wife and him were out like on their deck, back in like the middle of the desert, wherever the hell they lived, and this like crazy triangle UFO like slowly hovered over their house, and it was like, whoa.
You know, when Art Bell came back on, let me caveat to that. He knew that his numbers when he came back on, and he had his own show on again after, I think George Snorri and those guys took it over, but he had his own show, right? So I think his numbers were really tanking, and he would come up with the same thing what Steve has exposed, these schemes to bring on listenership, like, oh, there's somebody outside my window, or there's this or there's that. And unfortunately, Art Bell resorted to those kinds of things in the end, when in the beginning, you know, he was more than that. He was somebody that had some sort of an integrity that you could rely on. Now,
yeah, well, that last couple of times he tried to do a comeback, what happened is that he basically created this whole genre. And when he ruled it like he was the only one forever. But then all these other competitors started coming in doing virtually the same show he did. So towards the end of his career, he had to compete with all these people who basically just ripped off his show and did it too, which is sad, you know.
Yeah, they were copycats, but I think that what they did is, it's like in martial arts, they evolved the product to a different level. And some, like, you know, if it hadn't gone to that next level, I don't know if we would have gotten a Steve Cambion or others like yourself that are able to see through these green curtains and see the funny man pulling strings and turning knobs and, you know, feeding a bunch of bullshit to people, where, you know, this is the thing. That's why people have to start seeing that there's this whole funny thing about money making on UFO, and it is major money. It's funny that, like, some of the stuff that you showed, like, I saw tens of millions, but I dare say that the level, you know, from what I'm hearing and from other things, it's in the hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And
it's been described as $1 billion a year industry. And if you really add up all the monetized YouTube views, all the UFO conference money, the documentaries about it, the television shows, it probably is $1 billion industry.
Oh, it's major money. And once people wake up and they see, wow, this is a big scam, you know, whatever you want to call it, an epiphany or mind waking or a mind FUCK or whatever happens to them.
Yeah, you know, awakening, whatever. Yeah.
You know, go woke or go broke, whatever term you want to use. But somehow I always tell people, you know, think about it, because who's making the money? Follow that stinking money, because their stories don't line up, and neither do their facts. And when you showed that one on Corey Good, and I recommend everybody to watch that that's watching tonight, rewatch the whole thing he did on
There's
the
so
Corey
many wackadoos from Colorado in the UFO. Like,
why do they all gravitate to that state, Colorado?
It's like the crystal hippie bitch capital of the world.
I'm in
He
Colorado.
lives there. She's a crystal hippie bitch.
I am a crystal hippie bitch.
I'm sorry, Al Warrior.
Because it's in that Four Corners area near Roswell and all that shit.
Yeah, it's near Area 51 vaguely. It's near Roswell vaguely. It's yeah.
I do a lot of gem collecting too, by the way.
There's a lot of psychics there and healers and shamans. It's like every wackadoo somehow moves there for some reason.
What is that little
either
thing?
There or in Arizona, out there, or Taos, New Mexico, building their Earth ships.
Hey, what do you guys?
Why is there two of you, Al Warrior? Which one is it supposed to be? This one or the video one? There we go.
What do you guys think about the Phoenix? Now, if we're going to talk about that area, what do you guys think about the Phoenix, Arizona thing? I've never heard anyone in this little community talk about it, but
yeah, I think that was a genuine mystery.
The array of lights that were supposedly a big old craft, and it was confirmed they were flares.
Well, you know, there's two stories. One of them is that there was two separate events, because some people saw a solid craft with lights on the sides of it going over their homes that couldn't have been flares. And it followed the highway, which is a very interesting part of the story, because a lot of people don't know this, but when you're trained to be an airplane pilot, one of the things you learn is if your instruments are down and you're having trouble navigating, you look for an interstate highway and you follow that to wherever the destination you need to get to is. And it appears in the Phoenix Lights case that that's what happened. Whatever this craft was followed the interstate. But there was a separate event where the military was dropping flares, but a lot of people believe that was two separate events and it got conflated into one.
That's how I
So
understand
the skeptics would say it was just flares. The military confirmed it, but some of the original witnesses are like, no way. What I saw blacked out the whole sky. It was a huge craft that couldn't have been just flares. It was a solid craft with lights on the side of it. So who knows? That's one of those genuine mysteries that will probably endure for a long, long time.
Perhaps, yeah. That's exactly
Well,
described, Steve. That's exactly how I understand it. Yeah.
There's a mass sighting that happened in Farmington, New Mexico. I think
Well,
in
Steve
the
Long,
60s.
I talked to some of those original witnesses. I'm sorry, Steve Long. I talked to some of those witnesses that swore to me that what they saw couldn't have been flares. So who knows, you know? But yeah, it could be that it was explained to me as flares and then
No, there's no way because the same sighting was reported down from like above Phoenix all the way down to Mexico.
yeah, and they wouldn't have saw flares from that distance. So who knows? That's one of those in my gray basket because I can't really definitively tell you this is what really happened there.
Yeah, I know it's a weird one. It's also one of my favorite. If favorite is a weird word to describe an event, but it's definitely one of those events that definitely still trips me out to this day.
Yeah, well, they can't, sometimes events are just going to be unexplained for whatever reason. It doesn't mean that it was aliens, though. It just means we can't explain what happened, There's a lot of cases like that remain.
The highway system in the United States was actually designed more towards the Autobahn of Germany because they had engineers that would go to Europe to study that system before World War II. And we took note of that. And some of the old highways, I actually go and metal detect. I detect old wagon trails, old roads that no longer exist, places like that. You're absolutely right, because it's designed so a plane could land. Exactly. And in Europe, they just did a whole series of drills within the last couple months, each country running their own drills of landing their jets on the highways. You can find that all over BitChute.
Yeah, somebody in the live chat said they actually designed some of the highways so that even a 747 could land on a highway if it needed to for an emergency landing or whatever.
Yep, that's right.
But that could get difficult with all those cars on there. So I don't know how that works, but I mean, I guess it's better than trying to land in a field or something, right?
Let's just say anybody who's that high of an importance and they're landing a 747 on a freeway, they're going to have somebody on the ground assisting to clear out the
Oh yeah, maybe they clear like a couple of exits and give them a few thousand, give them a couple of miles of clear highway to make an emergency landing.
Yep.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that, but I have seen there was an ultralight airfield near my parents' house in New Jersey, and my dad would go and hang out there and watch and talk to the guys and whatever. He was big into aircraft, and one time a guy had engine failure and he just landed his ultralight. He just glided it down to like the main road of the town and it just landed right in the main road of the town and then pulled it over. So those ultralights are easy if you have engine trouble to deal with that system because they're kind of designed to glide for long distances in case of engine trouble. But I've always wanted to get a paraglider, but I'm terrified at the same time. I'm both fascinated and terrified by the idea of doing that.
Don't do that. Don't.
A couple $1,000s, you could get one though.
Yeah, but if you don't understand the physics and and you go for a little flight, that'll be your last one.
Yeah, could be. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's there's a lot more involved, and you can put a beautiful ultralight together, but and in some states you don't even need a license to fly them if it's local and within the state.
Yeah, you're right. There's an experimental aircraft like exemption, so you could just say it's experimental aircraft, and you can
You're
fly
taking and you're doing what you would call behind the stick time, so that each experimental plane has to have a certain amount of time flight for it to pass, I think, for some kind of FAA thing. I was thinking about doing that after I read a book called Patriots by this guy named Lou Wesley Rawless, I think his name is. And it talked about one of these ultralight planes in there, and for when the shit hits the fan kind of scenario, this is the plane to use, and that it would carry enough payload and this and that for any sort of counter-insurrection, what you may carry out, sort of Red Dawn scenario. Very interesting book.
Yeah, sounds like. All right, well, we're over 2 hours. I've been in this get up for 2 hours, so I think we're going to wrap things up. But happy Halloween, everybody. And thanks to our panel members and our chat room participants everywhere. We appreciate all of you. Thanks for being here, all of you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always nice to put a face to the name. So thanks for joining Al Warrior, Gold is King, and ET. Even though I didn't really, this is a bad time to put a face to a name in the chat.
I've been in the chat room for like a year in Discord. We've all kind of been hanging out.
Well, maybe next time you come without a mask, right? Like,
we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to throw everybody out of here. We'll do this again soon, though. We'll be
Thanks
doing
for hosting,
another
everyone. Man.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks,
Good
man.
times.
Happy Halloween.
All right. Happy Halloween, ET. Happy Halloween, Al Warrior. Yeah. And now it's just us. Look, I have my fancy new background for when there's just two of us. I like this one here.
Ooh,
This one's
nice.
better, right? Yeah. We're
I like
slowly upgrading things here.
Yeah.
Lizzie.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So what did you guys do for Halloween? Did you do anything special?
Not really. I mean, just kind of took it easy, and then went shopping.
Well, that's a special event for any woman, right?
Yeah. Took it easy, going shopping, for some Halloween stuff. But there's
for sure.
In our area, there aren't really kids, trick-or-treaters. So, and then I was looking at like maybe doing like trunk or treat, but a lot of them are at like churches. And so,
what was the weirdest thing that happened today? I never seen this.
What?
There was a guy just driving around in my neighborhood, and he was giving out kids candy from his car.
Oh.
And if I was in the city, I would go, well, what kind of creepy shit is this? But he was just some nice guy. He was like, yeah, I had all this candy and nobody's stopping at my house. So I'm just driving around,
Yeah.
Kids are trick-or-treating out of his car. So, but that was cool,
Yeah. No, it's definitely, if it was any other day of the, any other day of the year, it would be super creepy.
Yeah, a little weird. Well, I will talk to you in the Discord.
Definitely. I'll see you guys later.
All right. Thanks, then, Lizzie. You have a good night. All right, friends. So another Truth Seeker special event in the books, or about to be in the books. We want to thank each and every one of you for joining us and remind you that we'll be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And also, I want to take a moment to mention or promote, I'm a terrible promoter, right? That we've made this decision that we're going to be available. We'll have shows every night at 9 p.m. going forward now. Obviously, some of them are going to be replays. So we have Here, let me share my screen. So this week we have some of my favorites, and I try to keep it spooky for Halloween. So we have the Dybbuk box, Demon Box from Hell, a 3-part deep dive. And this box has been the subject of Hollywood movies, documentaries, several books. It's a strange box that, as legend has it, contains a Dybbuk, which is sort of basically a Jewish demon, a demon of vengeance that was put there by some Jewish women who were victims of atrocities. And so they created this box. Somehow the box allegedly ended up on eBay. Somebody bought it. All kinds of strange things happen around this box, all kinds of paranormal activity. It's now owned by Zach Baggins, which makes me think it's fake because he's involved now. It's in a museum in Las Vegas right now. And I did quite an incredible deep dive into this box. So I think it's like 4 hours long, or 3 hours, 3 or more hours long, a 3-part deep dive into the Dybbuk box, everything you've ever wanted to know about the mysterious Dybbuk or demon box. And that is coming up this Friday. And then also on Saturday, again, I'm always a day late and $1 short, but hey, it's still kind of Halloween time. So on Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, Black-Eyed Children. There's an incredible amount of stories about black-eyed children. Are they demons, aliens, urban myth, or a real phenomenon? I did quite a deep dive into that subject as well. That'll be this Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And then on Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time, a subject that I can't get enough of for some reason. Call it a strange fascination. But we did an entire show on demons, demonology, and exorcism. So it'll be this Sunday night at 9 p.m. And we've got 2 more shows for you. A show tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then also this Thursday night at 9 p.m., I believe, I have to confirm with him, but I believe that we have Lou Jimenez from Unidentified Celebrity Review, and he'll be here at 9 p.m. Eastern time this Thursday night. So we'd appreciate your attendance for that one. There are disclosure dorks all over the world that are going to be upset. They're going to be upset because it'll be myself and Lou Jimenez from formerly of Unidentified Celebrity Review, now of Lou Reviews. And we're going to be talking about the fraud and abuse and cult-like situations in the UFO community. That'll be this Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. But in the meantime, I'll be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I got a very special show planned for you tomorrow night. We'd appreciate your attendance, and please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share these videos. It really does help. Oh, and I've got the wrong banner. Sorry. 1 second. Let me fix that. Yeah. And by the way, I will get a worthless prize out to try to make it I'll try to make it not so worthless. I'll just call it a prize. I made a joke, because somebody asked me, what are the prizes going to be for tonight? And I said, I don't know, worthless tchotchkes, like worthless carnival prizes or something like that. But tomorrow night, we will have a show tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So please join us. Bring a friend with you. I would appreciate that. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share these videos. It really does help us to expand our reach. Our views are down, which is strange because usually by this time the views start picking up because it's colder outside. More people are inside on their computers, on their phones, or whatever. But I was informed by another YouTuber that YouTube changed the recommend algorithm last month. And that may explain why our views are down, or, we're experiencing a dip, or it's because I'm the devil to some people all of a sudden. But we've been through this before. I always joke that, I get a lot of praise here. And so I am the hero to some and the villain to others. To some people, I am the devil for various reasons. So I thought tonight was appropriate. I would be, assume my full form here. But we'll be back tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I appreciate you being here. I'll be here. I hope you'll be here in the live chat. Crypto Alchemist is here right at the end asking if the panel's still going. Do you know you always do that, Crypto Alchemist? He comes in after the panel's over and wants to join, right? We have to get him a watch. Yeah, so we have a full lineup of shows ahead for you guys. We're going to be every night at 9 p.m. We'll be here, and just for the benefit of the people who have complained or said, "Oh, this is a rerun," yeah, like every show that's on for an extended length of time, eventually you're going to run the best of, as Howard Stern did, or replays as Art Bell did, or any of these shows did. We have a huge volume and archive of completely owned by me content here. So we're going to start using it. Hopefully it will help us to generate additional views. YouTube's like yelling at me that views are down. Every time I log into YouTube, you get that message like, hey, maybe you should make more videos because your views are down. And, my first thought is always maybe YouTube, if they want me to create more videos, should pay me more. Like that would be a good idea, right? That'll get me motivated to create more content. But it is what it is. We're trying this. I'm going to try it again. It was very well received last week. Look, I got a frilly jacket on, right? Yeah, I'm like breaking out the old costumes. They come in handy on Halloween. So we're trying this thing with the best of. All of the best of episodes will probably be on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday while I'm at the cabin. And you'll forgive me. I will try to be in the live chats, but sometimes I may be unable to. And that's, one of the reasons to do a replay or a best of is so that you could have a night off. If I'm in the live chat for the whole 2 hours, wouldn't be a night off. So, it is what it is. I hope that the replays will be well received this week. They were last week, but this is kind of off topic. Last week they were about aliens, and people love that content. When it gets off of the subject of aliens, even if it's still in the strange and mysterious and paranormal, usually half the views. But we'll see what happens. It is Halloween week. I think people are looking for some spooky stories. Yeah, and Al Warrior and several people have asked me this question. I don't know. I don't know what happened. He's angry. He was angry at me because of this situation with Sixth Sense, and he left in a huff. Hopefully he'll get over it and be back, but I can't be constantly moderating fights between the moderators. And if I refuse to take sides, again, suddenly I'm the devil. So that's one of those situations, right? And I had to remove all the moderators because somebody was muting people, banning people, timing people out, banning people from the Discord just because they had personal disagreements with them. And we do not like or support that. If you have a personal disagreement with a user and you're a moderator, you should be bigger than that and do what's in the best interest of the show. And like, for example, on YouTube, somebody hid or banned from our YouTube channel like 25 different users. And I know for a fact that some of those users were just people that had disagreements with one or more of the mods. I don't know what happened. And, it's unfortunate. But at some point, I just have to say, like, they were fighting over a movie on September 3rd, and we got 3/4 of the way into October, and they were still fighting over this. People were still arguing with me, expecting me to take sides, ban this person, not this person. I just have to step away from that. So we removed all the mods because I don't know specifically for sure who it was that was, deleting users, banning users from the Discord, silencing users or muting users in the live chats or the comments. So it's been the Wild West in the live chat. We've had no moderators, and look, things are fine. There may be a point where I put some moderators back. So I will be thinking about that, and we'll make some decision about that shortly. I do like and value having some moderators in the live chat, because once in a while somebody comes in the live chat and is just nasty to everybody. In that case, yeah, boot them, see ya. But just because you don't like a certain user, you shouldn't, as a moderator, be banning people, silencing people. We have a free speech zone here. And some people really don't like that. And, really, it got to the point of like childish nonsense in high school drama. Constant arguments between the mods in the Discord and the live chats. And one mod would like ban the other mod, and then I have to fix it. I have to smooth it over, find out what happened. It's just, I barely have time to do all the research, all the work, all the video editing, all the stuff that I have to do for the show. So I just don't have time for all the drama. I'm not going to do it. And I'm sorry if that disappoints anybody. I don't like to see anybody go, especially go away angry, especially if they were a supporter of the show. But, at some point, you just have to remove the drama and concentrate on doing the good shows that people come here to see. Yeah, and I'm aware of that, Mark. What am I supposed to do? Ban a user every time he gets in an argument with a user? Because that's basically what he expected. That every time he got in a disagreement with a user, and it was many different users, just ban that person. We can't do that. And yeah, and of course that person that he got in a disagreement is gone again. So what was this disagreement worth? Nothing. Because now they're both gone, and pissed off, and it is what it is. I'm sorry that people can't just behave. That's all I ask. Like, can we just all behave? Just get along? Like, it's and literally they were fighting over a movie since September 3rd for a month and 3 weeks. And at some point I just say, like, what do you want me to do here? Like, what do you want? And, and by the way, in the case of Baker, I called him twice during the week, and then I called him twice on the weekend, and he didn't pick up his phone all 4 times. So what am I supposed to do? At some point you say, I've done what I could to try to, make things right. It's unfortunate. So, it is what it is. We'll be back here, though, tomorrow night, hopefully drama free. Oh, and I did want to announce, had a very busy day today. So usually the last day of the month, I post the show journal for the month, which is posted to Patreon and to the channel member section. I did not get to it. It's 11:18. I'm not going to make it by midnight, but I will try to get that out to you Patreon supporters and YouTube channel members by tomorrow. I apologize for not getting it to you sooner. This is one of those months where the month end really snuck up on me this month. And as you can imagine, with 2 children and a family, holiday days are very busy days for me. So I'll try to get that finished and out to you tomorrow. And I hear everybody in the live chat. It's a sucky situation. I tried to call him 4 times. I tried to work it out. Like, I don't know. I didn't know at that point what else to do. But I am not willing to accept that if a moderator just doesn't like some user, to let them ban people because they didn't like something they said, or they had a disagreement, or they had an argument with them over a movie. That's childish high school nonsense, and I just don't want to have that here. So anyway, friends, that's all I got for you. I want to wish each and every one of you a happy Halloween. Hope you had some great time with family. Hope you got some chocolate. I'm going to go get some. So that's all I got for you, friends. Until next time, My name is Stephen Campion. Good night, and God bless all of you.